Are set for the week of April the 22nd, but it's not really clear how long it could take for justices to make a decision. If they rule against Trump, the process of setting a trial date will begin. We want to bring in our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. Good morning, Khalif.
Good morning. Good morning.
Trump troubles continue. We're going to try to break some of this down throughout the next hour. We're going to talk to you a couple times, but let's start with presidential immunity. What is it? Kind of why was it even established? What's the purpose of it?
Well, his team's argument is that he's immune from any type of criminal claim that could be brought against him from any action that he did while in the office. Now, the courts have established that you are immune from civil liability, and that has been long established. But for criminal activity, this has never been touched. This would mean that you cannot charge him criminally at all, that this case should be dismissed. And so Jack Smith actually filed the motion with the court. He wanted them to address this after the courts have already ruled on it in the D.C. case. After the Court of Appeals addressed it, Jack Smith said, well, Supreme Court, we want you to make a determination. Can he or can he be addressed? But this was last year. He was hoping they would have already decided to take up the case, not at the end of February, almost March, which now changes the timeline and kind of puts everything in limbo.
You mentioned the timeline right there, and Trump's team has called this a win because it does help his timeline.
100% win. I mean, this is, even if the Supreme Court comes back and says, which I think they will, that he is not immune to criminal liability. I mean, if you read the Court of Appeals, the 3-panel decision, one Republican, 2 Democrats, they unanimously held that there is nothing in our Constitution that makes him immune. They actually said that former President Trump, at the time of his actions, is now converted to citizen Trump. And because he's citizen Trump, he's not above the law. He's just like every other citizen, and he would be subject to criminal prosecution. This timeline will be significantly changed because this case was supposed to start March 4th, and then Chuckin pushed it back. Judge Chuckin in D.C. case pushed it back to wait for an appeal. Well, everyone was expecting now she would put it back on. Well, now the Supreme Court has picked this up. She'll have to wait again. So even if they make a decision in a short time, which they should, I don't see her giving a new court date anytime soon, because her own words was, I want to give this defendant an opportunity to adequately prepare for trial. So say if they make a decision in July, if she gives them 4 or 5 months to get ready, that's right in the middle of an election or right after the election has already happened. I mean, none of that would line up to the time frame that you would want any of this to actually happen if you are the prosecutor or if you're the judge. Now, if you're the defendant, yeah, you want that to happen exactly in that time frame. His strategy the whole time has been delay, delay, delay. This is an absolute win for his team.
If you're on the panel, if you're on the board there, Supreme Court, if you're one of the justices, how do you rule in this?
I mean, it seems like this is a straightforward constitutional question that the Court of Appeals in that decision already said, that there is nothing, if you're pointing to our Constitution, which they are using for presidential immunity, there's nothing there that gives him an out for criminal action. And if you look at the questions that the panel asked, they said, well, can your client, have Navy SEAL Team 6 go and assassinate one of your political rivals? And his attorney at the time says, well, your honors, yes. And the only way he could be criminally punished for this is if he was first impeached. And so you could see the judges were confused by that line of question and his answer. I think the U.S. Supreme Court would have that same thought process. Well, if you're telling me that he's immune from all criminal conduct, this opens Pandora's box, and this was not what was intended for the presidential office to be protected. And I will touch on what President Trump said. I totally agree with his tweet, which is that the office has to be protected, that you want to ensure that the president isn't subject to coercion or extortion or other things like that. And he believes that because he could be subject to criminal liability, that places him in that line. I don't think it places him in that line, but I do believe that you don't want to have a president that is open to those types of things. I just think there is a large leap to say, because I'm subject to criminal liability, now I cannot be held, to this high standard that our office is supposed to be held to. So I think the Supreme Court, to your original question, rules against him, but it's still a win because I think it has delayed the case from ever happening this year.